Thank you, Chair. My deepest sympathies to the families that are here today for the loss of their children, their sisters, their brothers, their relations. In 1981, on the 14th of April, a night of love. I was 11 years old. I'm a father of 4 children, all of the ages of the same children that died in the Stardust. I'm now a grandfather. But it's taken 43 years for government to say, I'm sorry. 43 years. For all these families and loved ones that have gone before today, fighting for justice for their loved ones. 43 years. As a parent myself, I cannot comprehend what any one of these people have gone through. And no apology from myself or anyone in this room will make up for the years of loss by people saying, I got it wrong, I'm sorry, and give people a piece of life that they can move on to say they have vindicated for their family. They now know what happened. They now know what happened. That's a failure on a lot of people throughout these years. But the saddest thing about this is it continues. And only for ye here today, fighting the fight for your loved ones, for the government to say sorry. It is now in the history books as a milestone for this country that these people have prolonged to make sure they got the proper apology for their families. We have things happening in this country, in our hospitals, that they won't stand up and say sorry, where people are dying in our hospitals on a daily basis. UHL Hospital in Limerick, and I'm sorry to have to bring this to you today. A young girl, Jessica Sheedy, and I have permission to mention her name, went for a minor operation over 3 years ago. And the inquest is still going on, even though all the information has been given 3 and 4 times over, because somebody won't stand up and say, I'm sorry. How many more inquests are going on around this country because people won't stand up and say the same thing, we got it wrong, I'm sorry. Let's make sure it protects children going forward and families going forward, and we fix this. But no, we tie it up in litigation, we tie it up in legal battles, and we tie it up in blame away from the people that were responsible, and we protected them. If we learn anything from today, from all these families, it's time now to stop this. Don't let another 43 years go by where you're going to have to say sorry to somebody else. And let me go on the record today. And you will say sorry to the people in UHL and other hospitals for introducing a hospital of excellence with a rising population and putting people in the areas and closing other elective surgeries in other hospitals and putting people at risk that died trying to get to the hospital. Not even getting to the hospital, that died. You will eventually have to apologise for that too, but you'll be at your retirement age and you leave it to somebody else. Fix it now. Say I'm sorry now. Make people accountable now. Fix the mistakes to protect the children of the future and the families of the future. And accept the liability that's there. Let's learn from it. And I have to thank you again for keeping the fight up. And I applaud you for it. Because now you might put down a milestone for the things that are going on and inquests that are going on today, and we will see in the history books again that you'll end up saying sorry for that too.
Deputy Matt McGrath.
I go to Carhill.